Unmuted.
What's
Marc
going
and
on,
Rodney.
man?
Today we got a special guest, another Black queen, Rebecca. Thank you. Appreciate you for coming. You've been long awaited. Hopefully the first, well, I wouldn't say the first, second of many more female guests. So we do appreciate you stopping by, being able to chop it up with you or whatever. So appreciate you coming through. Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Again, we want to start off with, recognizing Black History Month. Shout out to everybody that then came before us and laid down grateful, foundations and thoughts. And again, a lot of shit passed down through DNA, you know what I'm saying? And I want to definitely highlight a young woman by the name of Alice Parker. She was a Black woman who invented and pioneered a modern central heating system back in 1919. You feel me? So I feel like giving her all flowers. That's definitely something big for the community. So again, as you can see, we've impacted and affected the world globally through damn near everything: music, culture, shit, clothes, fashion, fucking inventions, medicine, beauty, knowledge, you name it, like damn near everything you could think of. Black person has took it and remixed the shit and, made gold out the shit. You feel me? So definitely shout out to us this month. And hopefully all the rest of y'all is holding it down and again, being proud of who y'all are, especially through this month of February. So again, so let's start off with the lovely Rebecca. Tell us, I guess, a little bit about yourself. Tell people, who you are, where you from, what you do, and, just a little bit.
Okay, so my name is Rebecca Rice. I'm proud of my name. I am first and foremost a mother, but I'm also a young entrepreneur. I'm an insurance broker in North Carolina. I'm from North Carolina, born and raised, Monroe, North Carolina. I went to, let me shout out my high school. I went to West Mac, graduate, my college, Johnson C. Smith University, but we started at CP, never forget where you start. So, something else about me, I'm the only girl of 7 boys. I'm a daddy's girl, I'm a rebel, I'm a little bit of everything. So I'm definitely ready to get into these conversations.
Yes.
Because one thing I am is very opinionated.
Oh yeah, needed that. You definitely need that. Need that in this world, not just on the show, but in the world, of course, full of unpopular, opinions. Definitely need them all, because like I said, I feel like it's very helpful when you can sit back and listen to others and just learn from their experiences or certain things that they went through that you could relate, with. A lot of people do be feeling like, oh, well, they the only person out here going through something like this, or why me, or, just feeling like they the only one, when in reality they're not. So, we definitely need a lot more unpopular opinions and just opinions in general, between both sexes, men and women. So that's a big reason why I definitely, I was happy to have you here this week on the show, because definitely wanted to dive into the whole, man-woman debate that seems to, never end.
Never end.
Yeah, so I guess starting off with just what has been your overall experience with the man, I guess in a short summary.
Okay.
Or as short as you can make it, because I know you can probably write a book on it.
I
You feel me?
definitely-
Right. Just sell it. A bestseller. Yeah, nah.
Okay, so I will say this. I think I've experienced men in 2 different ways. I think I've experienced men in relationships, and I think I've experienced single men while dating. And I guess I'll start in relationships. My experience with a man in a relationship, I'll just go based off my longest relationship, which was 7 years. He was 6 years older than me. And in that experience, I learned a lot. I was very young. I was like 23 when we got together. And I would say it was great till it wasn't. I think as a woman you evolve, and so you set expectations, and then when that expectation isn't hit, you kind of get a shock of like, okay, so this is really what it is. And so then you start to battle with like, when it comes to men, you start to battle with like, okay, am I going to like take some things or am I not? And so that's how I ended up coming into the single world. And in the single world, men are a lot. It's not one word to describe it. It's a lot of words. Men are a lot. They're easy too. Men are very easy, very judgmental. A lot of men are the things that they don't like. But they think because they are men, that it doesn't apply to them. I've literally had men tell me, men can't be whores. And I'm like, oh, well, I think you are one, so I don't like you.
That's crazy.
That's a man said that. Wow.
Right. I honestly be blown away. Like I said, I think a lot more men gotta just start being more honest, I guess, in terms of like, you know, the flaws that there are, I guess, in men. Not necessarily just for it to be pointed out by a woman, but just in general. Because like I said, yeah, some of the stories I be hearing, I be like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? Or what the fuck is going on in your brain? Who raised you? Like, what's going on? Like, you need a hug that bad or something? Like, I don't get it. It just be crazy.
I think it's very egotistical. That's just my hypothesis. I'm not
Ego
saying.
thing?
I think it's an ego
An
thing.
ego thing?
I think men like to feel themselves. I think men like to feel.
Well, how you doing with that, bro?
No, I would agree. As far as it being, you know, like an ego thing. If you go down through history, like men are supposed to be the man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What does that mean?
Men are supposed to be the man. Like it's always
That's the $1 million question, bro.
It's always
What does it
been.
mean
So
to
I
be
guess
the
like
man?
to break it down, like it's always been like on the man to provide. Like and that ain't something that just started. That's been in time. You know what I'm saying? It's always been on the men. Like it's always, you know, like been on the man to like, you know, like keep the family together.
Yeah.
You know, like protect the house. Like so, and with that like comes ego. So I definitely agree with what you said. Like yeah, it's we do have ego problems. We have pride problems. Like I can honestly say one thing about myself. Like one of the things that I've struggled with is my pride. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
So what would be the equivalent for a female?
Attention.
yeah.
That's what it is. I have finally grown out of attention.
But y'all say, well, it'll be a lot of females now that'll be like, well, the new nigga want the attention now.
You do. That's why.
So it's not the pride, it's not the pride thing, it turned to the attention now?
Okay, so I will say this. I have started categorizing people then because all men are not the same.
Thank
So,
But
they're not.
don't generalize.
They
Or
are
men.
not generalized,
Right.
exactly, but we do have categories now.
Yeah.
We do have similarities. So when it comes to that man, the egotistical man, what I've noticed, because I started shutting up and listening, and I'm glad my dad told me that. I think men give it to women wrong. Like, you need to listen. You need to shut up and listen. Like, so girls like, hold on, who you talking to? Like, but in our reality, my dad broke it down to me and was like, if you listen to a man, he'll tell you what his intentions are, or who he is. If you just listen and stop talking so much, because what a lot of women do is we overtalk men because we want to be. I'm not gonna say all women want to be picked or chosen, but you kind of do want to be validated to a certain point. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You do want to be like.
No matter.
It's not, am I different from the other girls? But in so many ways, it's like, I do this, nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Am I different without
Right.
saying it?
Right.
So with that being said, when it comes to like, shut up and listen, I started noticing like, when I started like throwing questions out and kind of sitting back and like, I started making like a hypothesis, like some science shit. I'm not gonna hold you. and starting to listen, I started noticing the egotistical man had struggles in childhood. Whether that be his mom's attention or some girl's attention or heartbreak really early. You know what I'm saying? So now he's like, yeah, fuck these hoes, this, that, and the third. So that's your egotistical man. I'm finna run through them. Then you have and I got 7 brothers too. Then you have your emotional dude who's like super tough.
Right.
I can't stand him because he's a big gummy bear. That's the dude that really hard on the bitch. I mean the female.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's really hard on her because he needs nurturing. He needs a lot. You know what I'm saying? So like I stopped calling it sassy and I started kind of giving it mental health issues.
Yeah.
Like
something really wrong with
you? Yeah. So like yeah, I don't like the egotistical man. And it's another man that I have a problem with in dating, and it's the guy who has everything he's supposed to have, but think he's supposed to get cool points for it.
No, right. Like, nigga, this was supposed
Like,
to
you're supposed to like me because I got a house, I got a car, I got the car, I got the house, I got this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No. So that's it's a lot with y'all.
I mean, she just basically told us about herself.
Right.
Like, if y'all was listening to what she said, she just told us about herself.
And I'm trying to do it in the most respectful way because I
I like how you know. I like how you did that.
Nah, we know this.
Yeah,
We be knowing,
yeah.
we be knowing, niggas be knowing, but we don't be caring.
Yeah.
Niggas
I'm
That's
sorry
we don't.
that you said that.
don't.
We don't.
Say it one more time.
Don't be caring.
Thank
know,
you.
It's an acknowledgement problem. It's a I'm something wrong with me problem. It's an accountability problem, obviously. So, I mean, I said this last time. I think we was here, and I don't know if you remember Mario. He was on here, and I was trying to tell him like, look, everybody got issues one way or another. Like we all got something wrong with us. I don't got to tell you that. You know what I'm saying? You may not see it,
Right, yeah.
but we all battling something.
Right,
You feel me?
absolutely.
And whether
Absolutely, yeah.
it's spiritually, mentally,
Yeah.
whether it's undiagnosed, like everybody got a little bit of something wrong. Like,
Yeah.
nobody's perfect. So
Nobody.
just
Right.
being realistic about the shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So do you feel like, let me see, do you feel like some men just want access to women
Yes.
and don't really want y'all?
I think
Like they don't want to be with you. They just want to say like, yo, let me tell my homeboy I bagged her, or I talked. Look who I'm talking to.
I have experienced that in my lifetime.
Today.
I think that's it definitely is men out here that just want to experience you.
Right
Definitely
now,
when they
right.
find out that you're a deep individual, and that like in a way, I'll say I'm a tough female because and I can only speak from my experience,
Right.
but I feel like I'm a tough female in a way because I analyze everything. So like you can't just say anything to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So guys like to try to keep me for convenience. I've literally had guys tell me that it has given me like no effort when I was like dumb. You know,
Right.
like I love the way you make me feel. You know what I'm saying? You make me feel content. You make me feel seen. But these men never took any other initiative to show me that in action. You know what I'm saying? So you have to keep it real with yourself and be like, yeah, you're a great experience, but like, do you want to be a great experience or do you want to be something more? You know?
Right.
So yes, guys will definitely keep you around for the experience.
Sheesh.
I believe in a man to do what you allow.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of women say that. Like,
Yeah, have you ever?
Women do
You
it
feel
too.
like you've ever been there, or like just at a point where you was like,
You
I just
somebody-
I just like her for the experience, like, or what that experience that you got
Ooh,
from
be honest.
that time, like.
I can honestly say like I've never like been in that situation. Now, looking back,
What you trying?
no, I mean, you know, being real, like, but looking back, even though I didn't go in with that mindset. Looking back, like, it's like, man, like my actions said otherwise. If that makes sense.
I understand.
What? Did she say it? Or did?
Nah, that's the thing. Like,
It's
it was
just looking back on it.
it was nothing like talked about it, but it was just like, you know, like just looking back and be
Mhm.
like, man, like, you know, that wasn't my mindset going in, but my actions, that was my actions mindset. Like,
Right.
they was just like, nah, this, you know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
but Yeah, I mean, that's definitely that happens more than we think, like
Right.
with men.
Nah, for sure.
Have you experienced it? Have you done it?
Yeah, nah, for sure, hands down. I mean, I feel like just by nature, like again, being a younger male, you know, going through hormones and that phase of just getting to know yourself and exploring. Like, I feel like that was a stage because, like I said, it was more so about the experience. It was more so about the feeling. It was more so about feeling shit for the first time, or being like, "Well, damn, what the fuck is this?" Or hearing somebody say something and then like, "Oh, I want to know what that is," or they talking about it, or you feel me? So it was more about that experience at the time, more than I wasn't doing stuff or looking at people like, "Oh, damn, I love you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you."
Right.
I didn't, now for certain other people that may have been their experience. They did fall in love young, very young or at a young age. But not for me, it was just mainly about the experience early on, you know what I'm saying? So, tell us about, I would say, well, do you feel like, in a way, men be like, in other words, not to just call it manipulation, but I like to call it psychological warfare on women, obviously, that are more appealing, like, as opposed to
Okay, so when you say more
like again, women who are attractive.
it's a movie one, it's like this.
Excuse me. But yeah, my bad.
But yeah, you were saying psychological warfare
With
on women.
who are attractive.
Yes, who are attractive. I'm pretty sure I ain't gonna even go there, but everybody think they, are
Attractive.
And
Everybody
you should. I mean, you should have that confidence. You should have that confidence. But
I think seeing unattractive people be like super confident made me super confident, because why not? But back to your question, I do believe, okay, so I'm not a male or female type of person. I'm more of a like human. So yes, people do that, like, because
Men and
women do
women.
it too,
Right.
but I hate to say this because my girl's gonna be mad at me. Well, we get mad at men for doing the shit that we do, and men get mad at us for doing the shit that they do. Think about it. Like, for instance, you know you don't want nothing to do with this girl. You know you're not finna stepdaddy her 4 kids. Like, you know you're not finna do any of that, but you gon' take her kids to her doctor's appointments. You're going to eat them kids' food when she cook dinner, and you're going to have movie night and all that because you want some butt. You dig what I'm saying? But then when she wants to get serious with you, then you gonna be like, man, I don't know about taking the responsibility of 4 kids. Then why are you in her house playing house? And then you go and be like, I didn't know until I was in the situation. No, you knew.
She let me.
You knew. Just like I just reposted something on Facebook. Like, you already know a little bit who's not coming with you. Think about it. The first person that pops in your head, you know off GP not coming.
Yeah.
So if you knew off gate, it's like if I was your sister and before you met this girl with 4 kids, and I say, would you ever date a girl with 4 kids? That nigga would say, no. You see what I'm saying? But you'll sit here because she's Coke bottled out with the bust down and the purple wig, whatever does it for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because she could be a plain Jane with the pencil body, and they could do it for you too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But she got whatever is booming for you, and instead of having enough discipline to say, I'm not gonna play with this person,
Right.
you gonna get what you gonna get from her. So that's when women get mad. Now what women do, you know you don't want Uncle Charles. You know you don't want that old man and longevity.
Right.
You can walk around and say you in love with him all day, but when his nephew walk in, you know you like,
Right. Nah, for sure.
them the type of girls I like to be around, women that like to keep it real. So with that being said, women do it too.
That's fair.
You really think that girl like Shannon Sharp?
Nah, never did once.
You really think the 19-year-old girl that Marcus Houston married is gonna feel the same way about him at 35?
I don't know now.
With all the young tenders walking around?
I don't know now. She might.
What?
They might not got the bag like him or whatever. So.
Marcus Houston bag in 2026? Stop playing with me. He better have some.
Hey, he got something. He got something.
He ain't a Chris Brown.
He can still sing, you know. So he just probably, you know,
I think the only person that can still sing from back in the day is Mario.
Yeah.
And he has proved that.
It be tripping me out when they still talking about what's the new tour that they talking about, the Boys on the Run tour with
B2K?
Yeah.
I don't want to see Omari.
I be like,
I don't
bro.
want to see none of them. What's
What
his name?
other songs? No disrespect, but what other songs? Why? Like people still want that one.
Now don't do that. I got
but you be surprised though. Like, yeah, people still.
It's the same people.
people.
They got the same tickets.
Them women don't care. They still want to hear that. Like.
I ain't gonna hold you. I stopped going to Chris Brown concerts because he doesn't sing my music anymore.
See?
That's how I know I'm in my 30s
I
now.
already know, ladies and gentlemen. I've never been to a Chris Brown concert.
I've been to everyone.
Yeah, and he has music, your music by what do you mean by that?
I wanna take you down.
I thought the last one.
He
the
don't
first one he did that. He did that one.
He did it and then he didn't do it no more.
Oh, damn, Chris.
Yeah, but we
Disappointing some of
love
the
him.
fans.
We love
Yeah,
him.
not too much, but you know. Okay. Being a woman, how do you feel about Nicki Minaj's recent comments and rants?
Let me say this for the barbs, for the ex-barbs, because I'm an ex-barb, and it feels like a heartbreak relationship because it's just like,
Tell him
dang,
step away.
I rocked with you, Nicki.
A lot of people
Do
did.
all the craziness and everything, and I never thought she would become like a puppet for real. You know, that's all I gotta say on that. I haven't really listened to anything she said. She did say one thing, and I think the girls took it wrong, but it's not in my place to defend her because I can't defend anyone that's defending nonsense.
Right.
So that's where I'm at with Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
Like it's
Fair.
it's real, girl.
Fair enough. Yeah, she in my book. I mean, again, it's not a hate thing here, but I definitely don't have any welcoming actions, you know, or feelings for you because, like I said, you clearly show where you stand.
Man,
And,
it's so hurtful.
Yeah. So
Like what?
I mean, Wayne is my favorite rapper, so it's crazy to see that he signed someone that has.
I don't know how that's crazy to see. Did you not see his woman?
Who?
You didn't see his woman that he was with?
Whose woman?
Wayne.
No.
You need to do your research.
But anyway. Well, yeah.
I think Nicki Minaj, I think she's like, she proved how like it's just a double standard because Trump was bringing her on there, the Republicans bringing on her like praising her, whole while like your whole husband, the pedophile, but hold on though, but hold on. So I thought, this whole ICE mess now.
Right.
Oh, like y'all mad at ICE for like getting the illegal immigrants out of here, but what the illegal immigrants, didn't they rape this person, didn't they rape this person, didn't they rape this person?
Right. She married
But
him.
Nicki Minaj up here,
Well, she is one, but
you know what I'm
she's
saying?
immigrant.
And we just glorify it.
Yeah.
It's a double standard out here, man. That's why I say, like you said, yes, she is a puppet. When I see her up there, like when I'm scrolling on social media and I see her up there laughing and smiling, and I see everybody else laughing and smiling, I'm like, you're a clown.
She's miserable. Do you see how she looks?
She don't look happy. She looks uncomfortable.
She looks very weird now.
She looks
like she
uncomfortable.
has the Beyonce look.
That was the girl in you didn't see it, but that was the girl we was watching in the Pop the Balloon episode.
Oh yeah.
That's how she was moving.
Robot.
She moved that like she had batteries on.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah. Damn.
I be watching Pop the Balloon.
Nah, yeah, that's a crazy concept because I'm like I said, shout out to the people, shout out to the hosts and shout out to the people who created it and came up with it. But I think it was just definitely an eye-opening situation to show how shallow people are, because some of the reasons they be like, some of the reasons they be like they pop their balloon be like, bro, I be sitting back sometimes thinking, well, damn, I don't got a chance in hell.
Why?
Because if you pop the balloon over there for him, I don't got no chance. Like my man, they be like, he be like, I'm a God-fearing person, Pop. Yeah, sorry, you know, yeah. I'm like, well, damn, you can't get to like that, like you can't get to baby, just off the bat, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, little shit like that. Yeah, little shit like that. I mean, and I get it at the end of the day, if it just don't do it for you, you know, nobody who showed up, that's cool, you know. Just say that, like, commercial break, just call it that. But yeah, go ahead and tell us about a time where, you know, well, I guess leading up to like your breaking point as far as like you wanting to give other men, you know, the chance to date, or when you came to the conscious decision that you were just done with dating, and I guess the top 3 reasons why you took a pause on dating, or just said you're gonna sit here and take a break from entertaining the male species. You feel me? What up, bro? Yo, yeah, you just slide in there and shit.
I think, dang, you said the top 3? God.
I mean, not the top 3, but you feel me? Just any.
I hate to seem like I'm bashing men, but okay. So, I'm not gonna not. No, I'm joking. I guess one of the reasons I stopped dating, men be lying, and then they like to make it seem like they're not, and then they lie about the lies that they lie about, and then they get mad at you when you keep a mental note and say everything, and then it becomes love bombing. That's really weird. We'll just leave that where it is. Because if you can't identify that as a grown person, you need to like really self-reflect and go back. Because I think a lot of men are used to women being dumb, or just letting things slide, you know, or wanting to mess with someone so bad that you hear what he's saying, but you're like, oh, he didn't really mean that. Like, girl, yes, he did. My number 2 will be you can give, like, okay, so men will be on social media and they be like, you know, I've never had a woman ask me on a date, or like, you know, all these nevers. And then you'll be, okay, I'm gonna do it, you know, and then you will ask a guy on a date or whatever, and then that's it, like there's no substance. You got all this substance online, but like in person, there's no substance. And then my last reason is the cocky man, who has everything that he needs to have, and he feels like I should be happy that he has all those things, and that I should like be happy to like mess with him. But like you don't have like no character, you ain't got no hobbies, like
you feel like he's a prize.
Yeah, you know, and it's like, okay, you don't feel like I'm the prize, and I got a house, I got a car, I got a job too, and I take care of my kids. Be the same. But then you will ask for a woman that's equally yoked. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I always tell people I'm just preparing myself for my husband. You know, like, and through dating, because you have to date to find him. I'm trying really hard to not like the male species. I think a lot of men are emotionally unstable. It's a lot of women that are emotionally unstable as well. But I think a lot of men have excuses for their emotionally unstable, but want to hold women accountable to be emotionally stable, but you ain't.
But it's a lot of that vice versa too, though. Women trying to hold men accountable
Exactly.
for their unstableness.
But I can only speak from this perspective. But we are also wanting, you know, to hold men accountable for certain things. But yeah, you asked for 3, I gave you 4.
Yeah, we're getting plenty. Nah, facts. Nah, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I said. I agree with you before. Niggas got issues. That's just ain't no way around it. But more to speak, you really gotta wanna. I ain't even gonna say wanna, because like I said, certain niggas don't be wanting to help themselves. So even to the girl that be like, well, damn, I'm gonna change him or this and that. Niggas don't want to change yourself sometimes. Like 9 times out of 10, the nigga don't be wanting to change yourself. So you can't change him no matter what you do.
Ooh, yes.
You feel me? That's just gonna be what it is at the end of the day.
Especially if he feels like he's changed enough. You don't know who I was 8 years ago.
That
Can
too.
you evolve some more?
Yeah.
Because you're not done.
Or even a nigga like Vanessa, the nigga was like, yeah, nah, my mama ain't hug me. I don't know what affection feel like. The nigga said, yeah, when Suge start hugging me for too long, it feel weird. If we ain't about to fuck, I need to get up off me. She gotta get up off me. Yeah. I said, well, damn. that nigga, I feel sorry for my man. It's like, you ain't get a hug,
Need
nigga.
therapy.
Shit.
He does.
It's so it's niggas out here like that. And you can't fault them for that type of, you know, how they, you know.
I've heard stories. I have guy friends, and I have like real platonic guy friends. You know what I'm saying? Like where it ain't never been none of that. And they tell me some of their experiences with women, and it be scary because it's a lot of women who are off the meter too.
Oh yeah.
And I will say it's a little bit more dangerous for men because
Women know
y'all
how to
be
be
getting
more
attacked.
manipulative.
Yeah, put you in situations.
More dangerous.
You know what I'm saying?
Think they can get away with a lot more shit.
I'm gonna recap on that. I don't really think that it's more dangerous, but I'm now starting to open my eyes and understand that like men can be raped, men can be groomed, men can be abused, can have domestic violence done towards them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm running into those men and I'm like, dang, you scarred. So this how niggas feel when they get with a girl. Like,
But I think things you was telling me about the other, you know, we was talking to you like the whole victimization thing. Like
yeah, I
with men.
cannot stand that.
But you're starting to learn that they are victims though. They have been victims to a lot
But
of
you can't
shit.
be a victim forever. You gotta rise above it.
And you know, going back, you know, like to what we was talking about earlier, as far as like, you know, like what's it mean to be a man, whatever. Like that's just how we are. Like we go through. We're not really like emotional. We go through stuff and we just ball it all in. And
But you are emotional.
we are. But
I have two sons.
No,
We are very emotional.
not to the extent that we're gonna just sit down, just vent, like just let everything out. Like no,
I do fight my 12-year-old.
we're gonna bottle it in. You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of that plays in the part of like, as a man, you're supposed to be tough. You're not supposed to show emotions. You just gotta be like tough. Right. That's what's been engraved in our head. So it's like whatever we done went through, childhood traumas we done went to, we gotta ball that up. We gotta hold that in.
That has to be changed.
Which is why I'm like a strong advocate on like therapy, especially like men, like going to talk to somebody. I've done it. It helps.
Yeah.
Like it helps.
I go to therapy. It definitely helps.
I tell you, everybody can't make it though. So we also got to realize that it's a percentage of the pool that just gonna be dirty. That's gonna choose to be dirty.
And that's why I'm telling my girls, we do not have as many options as we think.
They don't want to change, and yeah, it is gonna keep getting smaller and smaller the pool that you having to choose from. It's because, like I said, people gonna eliminate themselves by default, just for mad different other reasons, you know what I mean? So, shit, y'all outnumber men, so I be asking myself, ultimately, I know it gotta be women out there that's like, well, shit, if I don't find nobody, fuck it, I'm gonna just turn gay.
Fuck that.
It is.
I'm not doing it.
Or I'm not doing
I'm gonna
just
it.
find me a white
It ain't gotta be like, oh, I can't find nobody. We're like, well, shit, men ain't shit. So I'm gonna go get, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I have it like, okay, girl. Because so this is what I've told myself, and this is how I became content with the shit. Love is rare, right?
Mm-hmm.
Things that are rare, everyone don't get, right?
Yeah.
So with that being said, you might just not get it. So what are you gonna do in the meantime? Are you gonna mope, or are you gonna just continue to evolve in life? I'm gonna fucking evolve. I'm not gonna sit and just be like, oh, I don't have a man, so I'm just gonna be no. You know, it would be nice to be asked. And I also have been engaged 3 times, so maybe my time's up. You get what I'm saying? I've turned down 3 engagements, so maybe my time's up. Maybe I was supposed to grow with someone and I didn't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's cool.
Missed the chance or the opportunity.
That's cool. So with that being said, I am dedicating my life to my children and to myself. And I think that's what you always should start with, and whatever you run into is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, one day I might. Who knows? But I don't think that should be the main goal for women anymore.
Say it again for the women in the back.
Marriage should be a goal?
Not the main goal.
Not-
It could be on the list. But it
Well,
doesn't,
yeah, I don't think-
doesn't have to be the number 1 goal. Like,
Yeah, I don't think it's the one.
you should put that at like number 4. You get what I'm saying? Because you have to prepare yourself. And I think if I knew what I knew now and I took the time to self-reflect early on, which we're young, so no one's thinking like that.
Right.
You know, well, there's ones that do.
Right.
Kudos to them. But I wasn't, and I think if I knew what I knew then, I still wouldn't be married. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's about like you, like it growing, just grow. I think black people in a whole, I think we're messing up the love dynamic because everybody's so focused on love. Because right now, what black people fail to realize is cognitively, they get us with propaganda. And so right now, all you see is like relationship. But why your ass don't shake like that? And damn, you get what I'm saying? And if you bounce that ass like your friend do. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it's like, they're putting out there like, men, you can do whatever you want. There's so many women. You can do whatever you want. And so that kind of makes girls be like, the real women, like, I'm not doing this. I'm not wasting myself. You know?
Yeah.
I'm not chasing no man.
Yeah.
For what?
It's oversaturated now.
It's so many of me. You guys say it. There's so many of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it'd be vice versa.
Well, I'm
I
stepping
was just
out the
about to
line.
ask that.
Yeah, there's so many of me.
Does it go vice versa?
Because there'd be so many.
There's so many.
I don't feel like there's so many. I don't feel like there's a lot of good men. I feel like there's a lot of asshole men, and there's not that many good men, and they're not looking either. So we're not gonna run into each other because the men that I'm attracted to, with my mindset, if I'm where I'm at, I'm pretty sure he's where he's at. And that's just how I look at it logically. I don't know if that's right. And I know I'm not supposed to be with no white man or nothing like that. Nothing against them, but I just can't do
No
it.
Collins. You can't do no Collins.
Nah, no Collins, no Adams, you know. Nothing against them.
Right.
Great people.
Do you think what I asked you earlier? Do you think in the next 2,000 years, pertaining back to Black history, we're gonna be speaking about
Race?
Martin Luther King,
No.
Malcolm X?
We're not even gonna be here then.
You get on my nerves.
I mean, let's just be real.
Next 2,000 years.
Next 2,000 years,
Do you think
We're
we're
not
gonna be
gonna
talking
be-
about Black History Month?
we're not gonna be
There's not
here.
gonna be a race.
We're not gonna be here to talk about it. We're
Think
not
about
gonna,
it.
the next 2,000 years we're not gonna be
Ooh,
here.
I don't wanna go there on
I'm not
this
saying you,
podcast.
man. I'm not
Like-
talking about me, nigga. I'm talking about the next people
Like-
who will be here, or whatever's inhabiting this planet, nigga.
The next
The next
2,000
2,000
years.
years, yeah. Like, is that gonna be a thing? Black history?
No.
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 There, it's
It's
already.
really, think about it.
Exactly.
Is
history?
it the thing now?
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
Is
it
it?
was 28
Is
days.
it really?
we
Where?
got Black history.
Well, we have a month, but
28.
28 days.
28 days.
You don't even
Then,
get the whole 31.
then after that, then what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
And they still killing us during our month.
right.
I mean, that's.
So why of everything that Black culture has been through, everything like this inventions built on the shoulders of Black people, why do we only have 1 month dedicated to Black people?
Why is it called history and not heritage?
That too.
bothers me. Everyone else has a heritage. Hispanic heritage. Everyone has heritage, and if you look at the word history, history is 50 years of something ending. You get what I'm saying? So, like, with that being said, and then during Black History Month, what do you hear about? Slavery, how they took an invention, how they did I read an article about a 17-year-old Black girl who was like, it was in South Carolina, a man did like gynecologist work on her with no anesthesia, no nothing, for years until she died. I don't remember her name, but keep her name alive if you can figure it out. That was really sad for me. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I just was like, dang, and then it's like happy Black History Month. Not happy African American heritage.
That is why it's history and not heritage. We fought for equality and the end of slavery, the end of women not being able to vote, and so that came with a cost. And that is giving us history rather than heritage. So I believe that is the only real difference. We fought to end slavery, to join the system that we necessarily didn't have to join. And they did the complete opposite. They didn't fight to join the system. They fight to make sure they had a part of the system in their own culture.
There you go.
So that's the difference between the Latinos or the Hispanics and African American culture.
Love it.
Yeah. Yeah. I
You
mean,
just open my
We
eyes.
gotta fight.
We gotta fight.
love everyone.
I love that.
You know, back to, you know, that was a quick history, a little quick history reflection, but do you feel like, back to men and the whole man thing, do you feel like, how do you view, I guess if you had a daughter, we were just talking about this earlier, now, let's just say you have a daughter now.
I do.
Oh yeah, you do. You're tripping. How are you gonna approach her dating phase, or
I'm gonna be very open. I grew up in a very strict household.
in terms of like how you dated as well? Like,
No.
okay.
I dated the way I dated because I think where my dad lacked was he told me everything a woman wasn't supposed to do,
Right.
but he never told me what to do. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
And so with my daughter, what I learned for myself, because like I said, I came from structure, but I still jumped off the porch.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? And
Right.
so I think with my daughter, what I'm going to do is I'm going to still apply my strictness, but I'm going to give her that push so I can pull.
Right.
Because if I give her that push with no pull, if I push her, she's gone.
Right.
I can't get her back.
Right.
But if I can
Right.
keep that door open and say, okay, well, baby girl, I don't want you to go to the movies with him alone. I'm gonna cancel this meeting I have, and
Right.
I'll sit at the very top, and y'all can sit at the bottom.
Right.
Is his daddy gonna pay for popcorn?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want her to come to me and tell me the first time she can't stop smiling.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So I can tell you how to work that.
Right.
So I can tell you, you know, even though he got real close and he smelled good and he tell you you're beautiful, don't let him touch your butt.
Right.
Because you're gonna be known as a hoe. You're gonna be you're gonna be the pretty girl with the fat ass. You don't want to be her. You don't never want to be her. But what I try to get my daughter to understand is you want to be untouchable all your life.
Right.
And if you do something, do it
Which she's
with
going
the
to.
right guy so that you don't be disrespected in the long run. Because I understand that we are human. I understand that we are human.
She's going to.
And she's going to.
Perfectly said.
And it's scary. She's 12 and I'm watching her develop.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It made me appreciate my father. And it made me work on my relationship with my dad. But it also made me work on my relationship with my mom. Because it also showed me what she lacked growing up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm blessed enough to have my biological father, my stepfather, you know what I'm saying? And they're very in my life. And so it makes me want to be in my kids' life from the get-go. I learned from y'all's lessons. I would watch y'all mess up, and I watch you apologize to me about the mess ups, and now I'm going to apply your mess up without messing up. So yeah, I'm definitely going to give Ava that push so I can pull. Because if I don't give her the fucking circle thing in the boat, I'm an imaginary person. I can't pull her back into the boat. But every time she goes too far, I can throw that life jacket out because she trusts me.
Right.
And I can pull her in.
Why do you feel like let's just say going to apply for a job, like do you feel like men can be intimidated in terms of like being in that setting, like a work setting, or they can be intimidated in that setting towards like women, but on the other hand, like dating wise, it could be reversed. They could be intimidated by a woman. Like why do you feel like that's the case? Like
What you mean, like you think men are intimidated by women that they date? Like break it down.
like I've asked you before, you ran into men who were intimidated by you.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. So, and this was just out somewhere on a date or something like that, or getting to know you,
Yeah.
and then they got from you that they got intimidated by you or your personality.
Yeah.
But they can see you. Let's just say you the same guy. You can go for an interview, and he can kind of, I guess, be intimidating or try to cause himself being intimidating towards you in terms of, like I said, just getting the job or the position or come off boastful or bragful. But like I said, you can get on a date with him at the same time, that same person,
I
and
get
he'll
what
be
you're
intimidated by you.
Because
Or outside of work.
if you, because it's a,
In a man's
it goes
world,
back to
sort of
ego.
to speak, like you do with like the concept of it's a man's world, like, you know, every day you navigating the work world, you know what I'm saying, your job, or just wanting to get more opportunities, and you run into men that might see you as a pretty face, or just be like automatically assume something, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, the same type of person, you met him outside of work and he was intimidated by me, so you know what I'm saying, what is this like?
I think that's like an egotistical thing, because I understand your question. You're basically asking, like, in a work setting, men seem to be not intimidated by women that they would be intimidated by in a dating setting
Pretty
outside
much,
of
or
work.
outside of work, yeah.
Right, so it's a good
Or just
question.
have like a lot of control over you at work.
It's
Because I'm your boss, or
that
because
goes
I'm
back
in
into a control thing. I had a boss
I'm a guy, you're a girl, we're in the same field, but because I'm a guy nurse or I'm a guy doctor, I'm superior to you. Or
I had that happen to me before. I work clerical, so my project manager is a man, and I've been working under him for 2 years. I brought us a lot of money, and I'm ready to run my own project. I have been asked, I've had all the references, I talked to the CEO, everyone's ready, but they need him, they need his yes, because he has to drop me from his money.
Right.
You know, from our, what's the word, I can't think, I'm on TV. Comp. So, yeah, he didn't want to drop me. It hurt me because we were really close outside of work. Work colleague / friend. We hanged out, stuff like that. It wasn't a romantic relationship. I don't play those games. So I can't really speak on that end, but it did show me that he was intimidated by my work. It also showed me that he was using a lot of my work and referencing it as his own. But I left the company and I'm a project manager somewhere else. But yeah, men are just ego, they like control. And you have to look at the side of times and just how you guys have been conditioned. Like, I've been in positions where I have more licensing than men and they still get paid more than me. And I find out because I pushing that check for, you know what I'm saying? So, it is a man's world. And I honestly think it's like that just because, you know, back in the day, women had to depend on men. And so the women that had to depend on men have raised men to make women depend on men. And they have raised daughters to depend on men. And so it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just a cycle of that. I don't think that's, I'll never sit here and say that the things that a lot of men do are on purpose, and that's because I come from a family of men. And you have to teach them, but they have to want to learn. You have to unlearn some things.
Yeah.
Like, I don't believe, you know, I was taught that a man supposed to pay for everything. And that came from my dad, not my mama. You know what I'm saying? So, but I had to learn through dating that that's not true. I didn't really start having a respect for men until my oldest son became 12. And that's real as hell. Like, I think that's the realest thing I just said on here. But yeah, I didn't really start wanting to explore the mind of a man until I have to raise one.
Yeah, that's some real shit though.
And then I was like, dang, and then when you have to raise one, you have to think about what kind of man you want to be around him.
Yes.
And then I raised a black man, so I also have to think about what kind of man he's going to be when he walks out this door to everyone else who don't know him as Rebecca's son. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot with y'all. Y'all complicated. Y'all very complex. I think you are more complicated than women. I think women get frustrated trying to understand you all because you guys are not an open book as much as we are. And so it becomes very fucking aggravating and you give up.
I think we are open books. We just choose to neglect some of the pages. All of us are essentially wired the same. We look for the same things. We want the same things. We're all pretty simple. We all, on a base level, don't deal with emotions the way that women do. So it's just, we overlook things that we don't want to, and that goes for both of us. So I think it's more of that than anything else.
Like, yeah, women are
companies. Like,
Both of us are.
Funny.
yeah, both. Let me say it right. So, but this is
We
of
just
course
choose to
her
open up
rebuttal.
stuff.
Yeah,
You
this
know?
is just a rebuttal to men being more complex than women. Not like we both are.
Because I don't think that we are meant to understand y'all, and it is. I ain't even tried to understand a woman no more. I'm married, 6 years married now, but I don't try to understand because certain things ain't meant for me to get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it goes vice versa. Certain things
Right.
are just innate in us, and it is for her to sometimes pull me back and for me to pull her back. So
Right.
that is the.
That's the beauty
what I
in our
mean why we
differences.
don't.
Mm.
Correct.
That's
You know,
the beauty
a lot
in our
of-
differences.
Supposed to be offset.
And if we start to
That's how
really
you
push
help
our
each other.
differences and be okay with our differences,
That's it.
Yeah.
we'll be able to coexist.
That is
Right,
it.
right.
You're a perfect person, and it's not
You
gonna
know,
be
to
perfect.
your point
Correct.
too, like you being
Correct.
6 years in, me being 2 years in, like it really,
Oh, you're a newlywed.
yeah, thank you. It really boils down to like picking and choosing your battles. You know, I like with my wife, like even, and this is another thing, you know, as men you struggle with, like even as a man, like even when you and your wife are going, even if you know, like you have like concrete proof, like I am right. Sometimes you just gotta be like, and correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes you gotta be like, you gotta.
And that's when you know you're ready to be a husband.
That is it.
That's when you know.
You got it.
When you know that a woman
What?
is just crazy.
You know,
She's just crazy.
Just
By
gonna
nature.
you know
I
what,
know
like,
you see you in the trunk,
By nature.
but you did not see me in your trunk, sir. I was never there. I have a picture. No, you
By
don't.
nature.
That's AI.
That's a
so
lot.
you know, sometimes.
Right or wrong, though.
Hey,
I've been
Come
around.
on, like-
It's nothing but marriages in my family. So I've been sitting around listening to stuff, and that's a deal breaker for me. That's a deal breaker for me, and that's one of my shallow deal breakers. But if you've been with me for a while and you see that I'm testy, just like if I see that you're really quiet as a man and you've been on your game, I know you're stressed. So I'm gonna cook and I'm gonna clean and I'm gonna stay out your way. And I'm gonna let you get stanky till you feel like coming to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Or I might ask you, are you good as I slide you a sandwich because you ain't left that spot in about 6 hours, you good? You know? But like, you know, and I think with men, they have to understand that women, we are emotionally unstable creatures. We are, I'll give you guys that. Because some days I'm like, girl, you did not have to be mean to that man. You could just tell him you didn't like him today.
And you know what's funny about you saying that? Like mine, sometimes like it's funny you say that because like my wife, sometimes like, you know, her tone, we might be talking about something, her tone, and I might feel it, but I don't always like acknowledge it. And she'll come back and she'll be like, you know what? I didn't have to come at you like that, and thank you for not like coming at me.
There you go, because
You
if
know
you
what I'm
don't
saying?
poke the bear, we're gonna feel guilty because you didn't poke. So then we're gonna come back and be like, dang, babe,
He's right.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
good?
I'm sure you done been through it, yeah, like.
Or I did not have to act that way, but that's a healthy relationship. That's when you with someone who loves you and you love that person.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. That was
And then on the flip side, I've had to do the same thing. I've had to go, you know what? My tone, how I came at you, I ain't do that. I was wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you never, especially when it comes to relationship, like, you never should get to the point to where, like, you're too big to admit, hey, I was wrong.
That's a deal breaker for me because that's exactly what you said.
For sure.
If you're too big for the relationship, if you're bigger than the program, you gotta go. 'Cause this is a two-part program.
Nobody thinking.
Yeah, right. Fuck that. How you feel about dating outside your race?
Woo! I love
Because
black men.
let me just say, I love black women. I love all women. Yes, I do love black women, for sure. This is not, we're not gonna do that. You know, this ain't that, that ain't this. I love me a black queen, okay?
Are we gonna?
But let me take this, I want to start this segment off with saying as well, what I'm not gonna do, I'm not gonna sit here and subject myself to
Just that.
only a black woman. Why? Because
You're a man.
I'm a man, first and foremost, and second of all, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. I'm not gonna sit here and say everybody's meant to be with their race. It's just not. Obviously, we got too many examples to say that, and you know, people happily in love, marriage, whatever, like living their life happily ever after. All type of fucking couples. And there's black women with Asian men. There's Asian men with black women, vice versa. Like I said, all type of races mixed. You feel me? So I'm not gonna say here and say, as a black man, I feel like I have to be with one. In a sense, I would love to be with one. You feel me? But if that doesn't happen, I gotta wrap it up. Like I gotta close that chapter and just call it what it is. I'm not about to sit here and set the rest of my life on looking for a black woman. I can't do that. I'm sorry. Me personally. But to each his own. You feel me? Like I said, would love me a black queen. Don't ever get that twisted. Any day would take one over any other woman. But however may the chips fall, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, for me personally, but how do you feel about dating outside your race?
I don't.
You don't date outside your race?
I don't.
Okay. Like no Asians, no Spanish,
No.
no German, no.
Not even the Caribbean. No,
I'm West Indian.
okay.
They black though, so
Yeah, so we're black.
Yeah.
I'm West Indian and Puerto Rican. I don't date outside my race because I come from a strong Caribbean background. Most Caribbean people don't date out their race.
Yeah.
So with that being said, and I don't want to just blame that on our background, so just don't beat me.
Yeah.
Please, let me really think about what I'm saying. In my family, we come from Massachusetts. We're from up north, predominantly. And my mom was part of the first busing. So if you can just kind of like do some context clues and kind of read in between the lines, that's why I don't date outside my race.
Okay.
I've been propositioned by everything from Ethiopian to Hispanic, Vietnamese. I even had a nail tech holler at me. I was considering it, but it wasn't genuine.
Alright.
It was gonna be on some.
Oh, right.
But other than that, I feel very strongly about it. It was actually a deal breaker for me, and I was telling you about it earlier. I actually went against my deal breaker. It was actually one of my questions that I asked men, like, have you ever been with a white woman? And I was talking because we never got to date. But I was talking to a guy who actually had 2 white baby mamas, and he was a black guy, beautiful black man. And I was talking to him, and you know, I was like, you know what, Rebecca, you have to stop being shallow. Like, girl, your options are weighing. You know, so let's push that to the side. And I pushed it to the side, but the way that he was talking, it just didn't work for me. I feel like people who, not all of them, but the way that he was talking to me about the situation, just some of the key things that he was saying bothered me. And it didn't bother me because I'm a black woman. It didn't bother me because I have white friends who date black men. I ain't got nothing against it. I don't do it. I don't care what other people do in their bedrooms. I think what really did it for me was he was like, you know, my children are going to be a threat to black children. I didn't like that. I don't think your children are going to be a threat to black children. And I don't think you should think that. You know what I'm saying? If anything,
Because they mixed, he was gonna be a threat.
right, and I don't want to come out my mouth and say that, so, you know what I'm saying? But not to say it in a way like, oh, black kids are better than mixed kids. Like, no, but don't sit here and say like that your child is going to be a threat because of what? I didn't let him get the because out. I didn't want to hear it. And then, you know,
Yeah, that was wild.
yeah, that was wild. Then he went on to say some other things, basically saying that like white people, it pissed me off. He said that white people are not a threat to black people. And I needed him to understand that that statement is not true in a you're all black. You know what I'm saying? How could you say that? And so it kind of like answered the questions, you know, the ignorant black girl questions that you know, the things that you have, you know, they're there, but you're able to be mature enough to be like, girl, go on. You know, but I have those,
Watch out.
but he answered questions for me like, so you do think that the white blood is superior? Because why would you think that? Or you know, and then he kept saying things like, you know, my family called me the white man in my family, the white boy in my family. And so it kind of just bothered
He
me
was okay with that?
because in my family, they call me the white girl in my family because I grew up in the suburbs away from like my cousins and stuff. But like, it's an insult. That's an insult in my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, get it, white girl. I'm like, I'm not a white girl, you know? Things like that. Nothing against white women. Love them. They're really fun. I have a whole YouTube dancing with one. But other than that, it's like, it just kind of blows my mind because it's like, okay, black man, so that's your mindset. You chose white because you thought it was better. Not because her characteristic traits, because when you talk to me, you go, oh, you're a black queen, you're a goddess to me, this, that, and the third. But you procreated with a white woman and you're talking down on her. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she couldn't do this for me, she couldn't do this for me. I don't know how would you feel?
Yeah, I mean,
how would you feel? Am I wrong?
I mean, me personally, like after my son and mom, like I told myself, like, you know, like it was in I prefer to stick to my black sisters. Like that's, you know, and again, like you said, it's nothing against, you know, like white women, nothing. Like I know white women, I know some good white women, so it's nothing against them. But I just knew, like, just from going through what I went through with my son's mom, I just knew like it was just best for me like to stick to my kind and you know, and going back to like what you said, it's like, I mean, it's I get the whole, like, because if you ask a black man that dates white women, like, why do you do that? Why did you choose like a white woman over a black woman? Like, you know, like, you're gonna get like all type of answers, but you're gonna get a lot of the same answers.
And it be BS because I know white women. So I just be like, why do y'all let black men say like, because you listen? My homegirl don't listen at all. She's worse than me.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my thing is this, honestly, like, and you know, and you know, this is the topic that everybody obviously has different views and opinions on, and that's okay.
Right.
That's okay. But I would, you know, like my thing is like, you know, if whoever you come across in life, whether they be white, black, Hispanic, Asian, Filipino, whatever, you know, like, love has to outweigh everything. At the end of the day, love has to outweigh. And if you can truly look at that person and you truly feel a genuine love that's there, great.
Finish what you're saying.
No, I was gonna say, if you really feel like the genuine love is there, that should be all that matters. But a lot of times, it's not. But your question though.
Okay, I've always wanted to ask men this question because we talk about it a lot as women in our circle. And I never asked a man, so I really want to, like, I want honest answer from you guys. Is love enough for you guys? Because I know as a woman, love is not enough.
For you to really sit and say, like, well, I love you.
What do you mean?
Okay, so like in a relationship, we're not just talking about the word, we're talking about the action, the just of love. Is love enough to keep your relationship?
But like I just told you, niggas like finesse don't know what love is. So if for that nigga, love ain't enough.
I'm talking about you.
Well, you said niggas. Didn't say y'all in general.
For you guys,
But
is
me
love
specifically,
enough?
for me, yes. Me personally,
that's where we differ. I think that's where men and women differ.
For me, that gotta be the foundation for me, because like everything gotta be genuine, everything gotta be coming from love or out of love, because that's how I was raised. I was raised out of love. I wasn't raised in chaos. I wasn't raised in drama. I wasn't raised in a bunch of fucking back and forth. Or I'm going to go live with this one or go live with that one. My grandmother, she was everything.
So to you, love is a wide range of things. So to you look at love as trust, loyalty, respect, companionship, all of those things.
Correct.
Yeah.
Do you know that they are not all under that? Because have you ever been in a relationship and you love someone but you couldn't connect with them?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because that love is not enough. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but through my reading, I've been dabbling back into psychology. So what I notice is a lot of people take the word love and you put trust, loyalty, but if you take that away, trust, loyalty, respect, connection, those have their own bridge of things that need to be done as well.
Which is why I said, you know, like when it comes to whoever you choose in life, if I was like, love should trump all things, but it doesn't. That's not always the case.
Love is not enough.
And that's what I feel like. That's what we need to get back to, because like if you don't have love, what are we really doing?
I do feel like love is enough in the sense that if I don't got nothing else, if we don't have nothing else, or we love each other, I feel like you got something to work on. I mean, you got something to work with, because y'all love each other. Y'all do love each other. So whatever the differences are, maybe currently or at that time.
Too.
But you also got to think about too, like the idea.
Love
You
can
got
push back,
one.
too.
You got some. You know, you can have a couple that this person like loves this person.
But that person,
This person has the idea of loving this person, but don't really. You know what I'm saying?
Or
So,
don't love you like the way they love
right.
you.
So that's why I said like that's going back to love should trump all things, but unfortunately it doesn't. But my thing is with love, once you factor everything that involves like love, like if you don't have that with two people, you're wasting each other's time. Like, what are you really doing?
So for y'all, what was more important, the love or the respect? Or like,
I think the connection is the most important thing.
or
Because
was
you
it
can
the,
learn,
or was it
you
the
can fall out of
connection?
love.
But in the connection, there's love, there's respect, you form all of those things though, right? In the connection, do you not form love,
But you
respect?
can connect off different things.
Right.
No, of course.
Right.
Like-
But ultimately, there's things that trump other things.
Which is why I was saying one person can feel like that, and
check.
one person
Like
can
no
have
matter
that.
how we might connect through fucking Jenga, we might connect through hopscotch, we might connect through playing double dutch or old school games. But at the end of the day, if all of that makes me respect you, that means something. Like, nigga, I can't do this with everybody else or
So like
anybody
when I'm
else.
saying connection, I'm thinking of like solidarity, like foundation. So when I say connection, maybe we connected because we both had a dream and then we invested in that dream and grew together. You get what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so from there, now that we've achieved something together, we're on a different level. So now, let's say a problem starts. We connected, and this is the reason that we connected, because we built through this, and through that building of that connection, we got love.
Through business, like say
Yeah,
you
let's
started
say
like
we
a
got
business
love.
relationship.
Yeah, and let's say we got love. It could, but it doesn't always have to be business. And I think that's the difference right there between men and women. I'm thinking deeper, and you're going straight off what I'm saying. So like,
Literally.
you get what I'm
That is
saying?
a man's perspective, and so that made me think about it and add to it the difference between women and men on the surface level. I'll speak for me, and I'll just think for my idea of men. On the surface level, for men in general, I think most men, love is enough because we are the natural protector, provider, and that is just an innate or an inherent thing that we were born with. So how we show it depends on our experiences and all of that stuff. But every single man, I believe in general, just my personal belief, I think that love is just how our grandparents told us, covers a multitude of things. And so for just men in general, if you can love me and I can love you, we good.
Shit.
That is just meant we go straight
And that's what I was
to
thinking.
it.
Mark,
There's
say I
no-
love you.
You guys look at it from, and we do too.
Yeah.
Some of us,
That's
and
not
most of
much.
us are not overall thinkers of that way. We don't look down the line. That's more you guys. But just in general, we are straight ahead, right in front of me. What I can see, what you do for me. Are you showing me the actions of love? If you are doing that, generally for most men is enough. The opposite part of that is that it depends on the man because it ain't always enough. A man can still love you and go
and do stuff,
do whatever.
That's why
and
I was
that
asking
is a general man. That don't mean he don't love you. Men, we talked. I've done stuff over the years, long time ago, not anything recent, but I've done stuff over the years, and we've had these conversations. And because I did something, didn't mean I love you any less. It just means that I was foolish enough to fall for whatever it was, or I was weak enough to go for whatever it was. It didn't change the love. I do whatever I do and come back home, and I still loved you with all of my heart. That's generally most men.
Generally most.
So men are really okay. So that just answered another question for me because my mind's always going like this. So when he said that love is enough for men, I've always thought that because I've seen men fall in love with me and then fall out of love with me.
Correct.
Really, like, and I ain't gonna say really fast, but I've seen them fall in love fast, and then I have to be like, hey, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know, or either you have those moments, and I've also seen guys, as far as my brothers, fall in love, and then and you could see we all seen the red flags, but you didn't. But that heartbreak is detrimental. Like, yeah, that's why I be saying, like, okay, so love is enough for men, and that's why y'all fall so hard
quickly
when your heart's broke, and that's why you guys take revenge.
Yes.
I'm starting to get this.
That is
This
exactly
very
right.
educational.
What is it about women though when
that love ain't
like
enough?
just we on the same topic, but in the women, like for me as a man, it's like, hold on, y'all could do the whole idea of like y'all cheating or doing it better, or like the whole idea of like, again, y'all just, I guess, knowing more so what y'all want or how to go after it, I guess, in a sense.
Okay, you asked me a whole bunch in a lot.
So is that why Tina Turner said, "What's love got to do with it?"
What's love got to do with
Y'all get on my nerves. Yes, that is exactly what she was. That's crazy that because if you listen to the words, she's answering that question. But
I'm trying to say like pretty much like for y'all, like, okay, like you just said, we can go sleep around or we can go do something and still say, you know, we love you or whatever the case
and that
is.
is so weird to me.
Right.
No, you don't.
But there's women who do the same thing. Like you said,
I hate that.
we're looking straight, but they were sucking dick. I love you.
That's not me on the camera sucking dick. That's not me. I wasn't that part.
But you was calling that phone. Yeah, right. Snap bubbles, everything. I love you.
My wife and I have these conversations all the time.
They do the same shit.
That's a double standard that unfortunately applies to men and women.
I don't believe in double standards.
Like,
I hold men. I don't. I believe I hold men to those same standards that they hold women because I like those standards because I do. They outweigh a lot of shit. Like when a man is really like holding a woman to a certain standard, it kind of outweighs some shit. So I like it. So I hold you guys to the same standard.
yeah, you supposed to though. I mean,
But we don't hold you guys to the same standards, which is where the division is between black men and black women. You guys have all of these standards for us. A general standard for a man is that she's beautiful, has a nice body, has a nice smile, she can ride in my car. That is a general synopsis of them. They don't even care if you are smart or not. If you look good enough, most men will go for it.
Yeah, my dad told me that tens and nines, most men just want to have sex with tens and nines, and then they choose between
Married
8,
is
7, 6,
sixes.
5, and 4.
Correct.
A 4 is like really pushing it. So
I would never.
yeah, so I'll be like, I'm looking at niggas like, oh,
shit.
I'm trying to say I'm 8.
Shit. You heard what girls like Mammy said, nigga, she be getting niggas, so
She do.
shit.
If a woman's
What
still
is
walking
her?
around talking about I get niggas, she's lame. A
Hey.
nigga is the easiest thing to get.
I know
It
she
is.
ain't no 10, but
You guys
She
are
got 10 in her
so
own mind,
easy.
but shit.
It is so easy.
Shit,
Oh
some
God.
girls be easy too though.
Yeah,
I-
$40. You think the $40
That's
came
no
from?
I give you that.
You need some eyelashes, you need your eyelashes done, that's all you tell me.
A dude asked me, we just text now, we never met. We never got to see each other in person. This dude texted me, he said, yeah, let's Netflix and chill.
No, you right. Nah,
and you
dudes
cook
is
me a
easy.
dinner.
Nah, you right.
And I was like, I cook you a dinner. I was taken back, like, I cook you a dinner, like, You didn't do anything to earn the dinner.
Nah, a nigga will sit there and
Girls out here just cooking up their kids.
Bro, unfortunately,
Ain't no
for
way.
men, a nigga, we gotta stop this. Like, this is what I said.
And you're not
This
coming to my
percentage
house
of men
with
is
my
making
daughter.
us look bad in general. Niggas will lick a bitch ass from front to back that they never met before.
That's a fact.
Before they, do
Anything.
something like, buy us some roses. Nigga, before anything else, nigga, bitch. What? As soon as she say something, let me lick that ass from front to back. I never seen before.
And I hate girls that go
this,
for it.
that,
I was like, I know your butt tank.
But how many bitches you hear saying, they just lick random nigga ass? Like, if they doing it, they know this nigga, but it's not random, like, unless you selling themselves or this is what they do. You know what I'm saying? But in the general sense, bitches is not licking random niggas ass. But
And that's why I'm scared of men.
bitch, I will drink your bath water. I will lick it. I will suck your toes. Let me get your dirty underwear. Like, all type of shit.
Oh,
like,
God.
I'm telling you, paying for it.
I do get those messages.
All type of shit.
Dude's been wanting to drink my bath water since I got back on
So
Facebook. And I'm
yeah,
like,
I will give him that.
I want
in
a
that
bottle
sense.
and shit
Niggas
so
is
bad,
crazy,
like,
bro.
drink
Niggas
it.
be wildin'. Niggas be going
Let
off
me
the
see.
deep end.
let me see you drink it.
And it's sometimes it's sad. Like, yeah, fuck it. You willing to just throw your life away just because, like, you that horny or you just no self
I'm
control.
scared of horny men.
Or
Why
no
you so
self-control.
horny?
Why?
Shit.
That's
Either
a man's
he
nature.
got molested when he was little. He never got the help he needed.
You said that's a man's nature?
To always be horny, most men are. If
Right.
you don't imagine how many times you got a son, and you just think about how many times a day that he is aroused.
I don't want to know how many times a day he's around, but I have been in a 7-year relationship with a man, and it does go down in relationships. It goes down.
Oh yeah.
Men are touchy
that
and
is-
feely, and they never stop, no matter what you. I don't care if you have the flu and your fucking nose like I got the
I ain't gonna
flu.
say all that.
Shit.
It's certain men that
That's a
are-
married man right there.
They're not
If
like
your
that.
girl say she don't feel good, but
They
she
not
bent
like
over
that.
right quick to
It's
put the
love.
clothes in that
Depending on-
dryer,
depending
you
on
gonna
the
pay.
Depending on the
You're
situation.
gonna
Depending on
pay.
the situation.
If your wife does not feel
I'm with
good,
you. I'm gonna
but
do
she's
it.
bending over and she still ain't gonna walk
Depending on the
around,
situation, like-
you might not pat it as hard, but you finna go, that thing's still fat, baby. And she's gonna jiggle.
Nah.
That's a real relationship. I don't know. When I'm in a relationship, I'm
Yeah.
touchy feely as well.
I mean, of
So
course, if that's both of y'all love language, and then yeah, that's a different story. But nah, it ain't everybody's. You feel me?
what?
And I don't think everybody's love language ain't physical touch.
Correct.
It's
The
not.
majority of men.
It's
are not.
women out here that don't like all that touchy shit.
I
It's
love
women
it.
that don't. Why are you touching? Why the fuck are you touching
I
me?
love it.
Why
If you
you-
don't touch me, I'm literally gonna grab your hand and say, "So we got a problem? You don't want to
That's
smack my butt today?"
I mean, again, depending on the circumstances,
I do
how
something
long y'all
wrong.
been dating, and how yes, that's understandable. But it's some women out here that don't. That's not their shit. They don't like being touched. And like I said, especially if we're not at a certain point or stage, yeah, not gonna touch
I mean,
me.
yeah, at the beginning,
Don't touch
I'll
me.
be smacking on me and grabbing on me.
Yeah, don't touch me. Yeah, you too touchy feely, and niggas be touchy feely. So,
Not in the beginning, and yeah, you touch
Yeah.
your feet in the beginning, you're done. That's
but
disrespect.
let's
What? Ain't that affection?
In the very
What?
beginning,
In the very
I don't know how early he's speaking on. So if he says the beginning, I'm thinking like we're still like dating, talking, like going on little dates and stuff. Like
He can't put his arm around you?
he put his arm around me, but he couldn't like
So
do the
what's
things to
the
my
wrong?
man. My man, after a while,
Oh, okay,
you
yeah.
get what I'm
That's not your
saying?
man.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you ain't telling nobody
What's
that's your man. If you ain't basically before y'all claiming each other. Like,
There you
and a
go.
lot of
But
times,
he can put his arm
a lot of
around.
times we be claiming y'all, but y'all don't be claiming us.
So he can put his
Like,
arm
there's a lot of
around
niggas
you.
in
That-
relationships with y'all,
that's
but
where
y'all not in relationships.
That's where it ends. He
Correct.
just-
in your inbox and all that type of shit, right? Look,
Correct.
So he
look
can
at
put
the
his
girl talking
hold
to me.
on. So he can put his arm around you, but that's where it ends. Like that's it.
If they not,
Why
if
do you
they
have to
not,
go there?
if they not that far along, like you feel me? So not off. We not going. If we not heading in a certain direction.
And when he put his arm, there's gotta be like one of like little church, other way else. You do like little waves to like
Little waves and
pull you
stuff.
in.
Yeah, you know the
You know what I'm
basic
saying?
stuff.
That's it. Like
But no, you can't like put your hand up my skirt or
Just-
like.
Oh, yeah,
grab
right,
my
yeah.
titty.
You can't go
Yeah.
full blown like.
Yeah.
nah, right, yeah.
Nah, that's
That's all.
Smack
No,
my
no,
butt in
real.
public and we just dating.
Hey, it's understandable, but it's definitely respectable. Let's conclude and wrap this up with you definitely want to jump into Epstein files. So before we leave here, just definitely, huh? That's been crazy, right? Yeah, I don't know if you've been seeing it though. I mean, yeah.
Mystery time.
I just don't understand how there's more urgency for immigrants and other things than pedophiles and rapists in this country. And the fact that that is the FBI that's presenting this stuff is like, it's more eye-opening and shocking because it's like, y'all are the people employed to protect us and
They're not employed to protect us.
like stop these terrorists and these
They're
things
employed
of
to
nature.
protect their own.
Clearly,
They're not employed
more
to
people are
protect
starting to see now though, and it's crazy because like I said, y'all are employed by the government though. You know, the school's supposed to be for the people.
No, the government is to protect the government. The police is to protect the people. There's
And
a
well,
difference.
they paint yes, they definitely painted a different picture though to the common person.
Yeah.
So, you know, that we know that's the story now.
The
and
government
that's,
is a
like I said, like Scooby Doo, we take the mask off,
Absolutely.
we know. Like,
The
hey,
government is everything that we thought the Illuminati was.
Yeah, absolutely.
Indeed.
Yeah, I agree.
Did y'all see the 16-year-old girl's diary?
in the Epstein file, I didn't see that one.
I'll go look.
I found the whole thing and I kind of got scared. I like cleared my whole thing,
Oh shit.
but she wrote it in code, so you have to read it like up down.
Oh,
up, down,
like-
up, down. That's her diary with the like
So it was
cutouts
like
and shit.
It was like the pizza delivery shit, or like the when they was speaking in code or something.
Nah, that's the emails.
Oh, okay.
So the girl that he had, she was 17 or 16, one of those. He kept her and they kept impregnating her like over and over, and like he would louse her out to like certain government officials. Like names were being dropped. I think one of the dudes is like still running around or whatever. But yeah, and like she was just talking about like she wrote in poems and in code. And she wrote about one of her daughters, and she said that like they were taking the babies. I don't know if I should say this, but like dismembering them and like eating them.
Unaliving them.
Yeah.
They was eating
You know,
unaliving.
Nikki had spoke on that too.
And she was like, "Am I a murderer?" Like one of the, if you want to find a diary, is look the way you look it up is the name of the poem is like, "Am I a murderer?" And it's for and it was so sad. It was just so sad.
Right.
Like I couldn't imagine being stuck on the island where no one can hear my screams. That sounds like a movie.
It was a movie. There's been plenty of movies like that.
And why does the Epstein Island look like Ellen DeGeneres stage thing? Have you noticed that?
I didn't, but I noticed that they said SpongeBob's driver's license, his address is Epstein Island. So
And is the Islands boys that man twins? It's too much going on.
I mean, they say he's not dead. They say he's alive. Epstein.
Underground tunnels.
Yeah, they said there was some guards and shit from the jail, whatever, that confirmed that some people came and got him. Some people.
I mean, yeah, I believe it.
They have a whole
They took
society
him out.
underground. Do you
It's just
believe
these people
that?
say that he's dead. Yeah, I believe it.
You're right. Yeah. So,
They have a whole society underground. The Jewish tunnels.
I mean, I've heard about those, but it's just like I told you the other day, bro. It's crazy that we floating on a rock and we outnumber the government, we outnumber the problem, and we just sit back and say, well, nah, we just gonna choose to say $100 is worth $100 because they say it is. Like tomorrow, if we all decided that $100 is worth $1, that could be it. Or if I could sit here and say the value of this is this, we can literally change that tomorrow just because that's what we want to do. Or the majority says like this is what it is. But no, we just accept what we've been, told and.
It's very weird.
I think it was designed to be that way. When it was, I remember saying the Pledge of Allegiance when we were childs, and the Republic for which it stands. When it was a republic and we were saying that in school every morning,
Indivisible.
that was still the case. Now it is a democracy, which is not. We still hold that same power, but they divvied it up so much between cultures and made us fight against each other that it's almost impossible to cripple the system at this point. The only way would be literally on some overthrow the government type thing at this point.
Yeah.
Other than that, it is gonna continue for our kids and our kids' kids. Unless somebody
I want to go live with the Rastas. Have you seen how they live? It's like a whole little community in Jamaica, and they live really nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
As long as I can, love
They
them a
don't
little bit.
complain.
But yeah, they lying because it say I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God. What the fuck is indivisible? No, not indivisible. It should say indivisible. What the fuck does that mean? Indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's
Ignore, mind me for my ignorance, but yeah, what the fuck is
crazy.
indivisible?
I just thought about it when I said it, but we're all old enough to remember when we used to have to say that in school every morning, and to when they took it out. That was the change.
I was to 8 years old when I learned what fucking indivisible means.
What does it mean?
Unable to be divided or separated. And that's the epitome of what they're doing right now.
Hey, relax.
It's
because
no longer a republic.
divisible.
Indivisible, unable to be divided or separated.
It's no longer a republic. That's
And
how
I
it
never
is.
knew what the fuck that meant. They never even said like, yeah, you know what indivisible mean? Nigga, I've never heard the word
We wasn't even
infused.
saying
Yeah,
indivisible.
I
I was
never-
saying indivisible.
Indivisible.
Like, they talking about
Individual, right?
individual,
You heard me
right?
just now?
What do you mean it wasn't individual? Yes, it
Been
was.
saying it wrong. the whole
First to
time.
fifth grade, yes, it was. Shit, that's crazy.
That's crazy. They did have us programming. And another thing
Early.
that I learned is like I've been learning about the brain, and so if you chant something over and over and
Yes.
over, it's like a spell.
Real?
Correct.
Yeah, magic is real, and we'll just leave it
I
at
agree.
that.
That's a topic for another.
Yeah. Topic for
That
another
was
one.
great, right?
Yeah, we wanted on that. She know magic. We appreciate Rebecca. We appreciate Rebecca for coming through.
Yes, thank you. for
Thank
coming
you.
through. Thank
Wrapping
you.
up this another episode of Unmuted.
Thank you for having
We
me.
appreciate you. It was lovely. Thank you. Hopefully return.
Everybody have a
Shout out
good
to
week.
y'all
Blessed
again.
week. Love
Black
y'all.
History Month is in the building.
Valentine's Day coming
28
up.
days, that
Yes.
too. But yeah, no, we not, fellas, do the right thing. Ladies, do the right thing. Valentine's Day coming up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And on that note, we out.